Hey there guys, what's going on? It's Gale right here on the 5-9 channel. We are here to break down the 4 EZAs that have been announced and have been part of the data download for JP. These are not on global just yet. We don't know if there's going to be another data download. Probably not. We'll probably get this a few months later on. I don't know why they're ignoring it on global, but alas, that's the way of global. We'll get the ESBR stages, but we're not getting the EZAs. So let's start off with the first one. We have Pan, of course, and she's obviously getting her easier. We've known this for a very long time in the V jump scans. Today with me, we also have Ignant. What are your thoughts on Pan's EZA?
I was wondering, you forgot about me for a second.
No, I got to bring you in, bro. I had to bring you in. I had to ease you in.
All right,
but yeah, what do you think?
At first, I was actually I was like, they didn't do much with her. Then I actually looked at her, and she's actually pretty insane. So
Yep.
they pretty much had it where she has like 2 high chances of giving you pretty much up to 6 key. She gets her damage reduction pretty much guaranteed now. Well, not pretty much, but it actually is guaranteed.
Yeah.
And she's got the damage increase, which means her 33% to recover HP is going to be very, very good, because from what I saw, she's doing like a 1 million attack stat, which with Choco's quick math is like 300k HP she's healing back.
Yep.
And greatly raises attack for 1 turn. It's pretty good. Her active skill didn't change. I was kind of hoping they bumped that up a little bit, but I mean, with all the other changes she has, it's not that big of a deal anyway.
Yep.
Her leading skill is still not something you're going to use, but I mean, it is what it is.
It exists.
But she's a really good Super Battle Road unit now. She's 10 times better than Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken can ever be, and that's pretty much my thoughts on it.
Alright, I'll give my 2 cents as well. Utility wise, she's fantastic, a lot better than what she was. She gets greatly raises attack on her Ultra Super, which she'll more than likely get now, especially with the double high chance, which is a 50% chance of 1 and then 50% chance again to get an additional 3 key. So overall, very solid. The only thing again I do wish is obviously attack and defense, maybe start of turn 50%, even a little bit would have been nice. But alas, we can't get everything in this world, unfortunately. I will say though, of course, even though she might smash out like 1 million attack stats, it's damage dealt, right? So assuming the enemy has some sort of defense and whatnot, and it does like say 800k, it's 33% of the 800k she deals. It's not her attack stat that it's based on, right? So
that is true.
Technically, it'll be 33% of 800k rather than 33% of whatever her attack stat is. Still doesn't matter. It's still very good. You're probably still gonna recover like 200k HP per hit, so not really an issue nonetheless. And she obviously, as mentioned, has damage reduction and a really solid one. It's not like if it's like 22% or 33% that, you know, some other units have and then they have to build it up, right? This is straight up 55% damage reduction, which is very solid overall. Yeah, I have no real complaints about this unit. They did improvements. Yes, it's not as much of an improvement as I would have personally liked. But again, utility-wise, she'll still be very good. I mean, she has been for the last 2 years since her EZA during year 4. Has been very good utility-wise. It'll just be a lot better now to use her again anyways. So, big dubs all around. I really like it. Again, the active skill not changing as well, by the way. I didn't expect it to change because they haven't changed anybody else's active skill whenever they've EZA'd, right? So I wasn't too surprised by that. Again, I do wish they would do that, maybe, you know, affecting the transformations and active skills, but I don't know why they don't do that. No idea, because I would love UI Goku's transformation to be easier, Tapion's as well as Pan's active skill, but we can't get everything, right? But yeah, that's Pan. Of course, let's go on to her compatriot in Dragon Ball GT, Giru. Giru gets an EZA where he becomes a Dragon Ball Seeker's lead 77%. Of course, as expected, they get that boost, and then they get an in-type leader skill as well. He raises attack and defense for 1 turn, whereas beforehand, he didn't increase his attack and defense on super. He still seals a super attack, which is great. Very, very good for SBR stages, coming from a person who's used them for extreme SBR super int. Attack and defense 70%, key +2, attack and defense 70%, and a high chance of evading enemies' attack when there is a Hybrid Saiyan category ally on the team, and then he's a Dragon Ball Seeker's support as well, going up to 40% now. Again, as somebody who's used him in the Dragon Ball Seekers Super in Team 4 ESBR, really, really adore him. He's level 10 links for me. fantastic unit, goes extremely well with his Dragon Ball Seekers fellow members, I should say. And overall, when you have a Hybrid Saiyan on the team, which considering his primary team, which is Dragon Ball Seekers, you're gonna be having that quite a lot on the team, right? You're gonna see a lot of Hybrid Saiyans, even Space Traveling Warriors if you include Pan in that. Artificial Life Forms is where you're probably not gonna see him being at his best, right? What do you think, Iggy? How do you feel about Giru?
I think he's pretty cool because he is a free unit, right? If I remember correctly.
Yes, he is free.
So that's actually really good for a free-to-play unit. Now, the high chance of evading super attack, 50%. So, I will make a weird reference here, but Dokkan reminds me a lot of Blazing with their percentages. Where, like, Blazing, you have a 90% chance to immobilize a unit, and I swear to God, it would miss every time. And that's what, after using dodge units for a while, I feel like this game has that same thing where, like, the higher the percentages, the less of a chance they have to do it somehow. It's very weird. But, I mean, having the high chance of evading attack there anyways is really good, especially since he's a free unit. I assume he's not going to have the greatest defense in the world. So having that chance to dodge there is great.
Yep.
The category buff and stuff, like, he's a really good unit overall. I really like him. I'm actually going to probably test him out later when I have time just to play around with him a little bit, run him with B-Pan and stuff. I think it's a pretty good EZA. I love when they EZA the free units. I think more games should get out of this headspace of, oh, free units can't be as good as summonable units, because I'm the person where, like, you say, oh, when they're good for a free-to-play unit, you're just basically saying they're bad by default.
Yeah. 100%. No, I'll have to admit that. Like, I'll be very honest and say, if you look at the Super and Dragon Ball Seekers team that I personally used, half of the team was free-to-play units. Goku Jr., the April Fool's Bulma, this Giru. Like, yes, I had to run them on the LRGT Trio Leader's skill, which obviously is 170, and, you know, it's a summonable LR. But the fact that these guys didn't take that much damage and managed to survive the entirety of the ESBR goes to show a lot of how good they can be, right? When used in the right scenario and when they're at their best, of course, right? So, yeah, no, I'm really, really excited for this EZA. He's just going to become more of a monster. I'm going to try him out again on the ESBR stage to see how much of an improvement this whole thing makes, right? So, it's going to be very, very cool.
You used it before the EZA?
Yes, I used him. Yeah, I mean, I think he'll be, if he was good before the EZA, which I can attest to he was, he's going to become a lot better with this, 100%, not even a question, especially because of that support, man. That's going to become so handy. Let's move on to the next one, shall we? Trunks. Now, this one is a bit of a weird one. I personally don't really care about the upcoming 2 units. I have used Trunks quite a bit. Grandpa Gohan and Pan exist, in my opinion. I'm not a huge fan of them. But we'll talk about Trunks first, of course, because he is a stacker, remember. So, he leads the youth category, 77%, raises defense infinitely, and now he lowers defense as well on super attack. His passive is attack and defense 90% and an additional 7% attack up to 77% and a chance of performing a critical hit 7% up to 49% with each attack performed. Launches an additional attack with 3 or more key spheres obtained. Launches another additional attack with 5 or more key spheres obtained and performs a critical hit with 7 or more key spheres obtained and recovers HP with candy, which is to be expected. That they always have that with Halloween units getting, you know, HP back with candy. But very interesting unit. Didn't change a drastic amount. A lot of it is just percentages going up, right? That doesn't seem to be too much of an addition here. He does, the biggest addition, if anything, in here, arguably, is that he performs a critical hit now when he gets 7 or more key spheres obtained, right? So, again, you don't see much of an improvement in this unit. What do you think, Iggy? Do you see any improvements between the old version and this version?
I mean, the percentage changes he got, it goes, the attack and defense goes from what, 70 to 90. Yep. The second part goes from 77 to 7. Like, it's little small changes, but those little small changes could be like a million attack stat difference. Yep. Realistically. And this is one of those units that, like, it's not something I'm going to go out my way to run, but he's also just like a super fun option of a unit to have, and it's pretty cool to see stuff like this get buffed. Yeah. Because, like, at this point in Dokkan, I just like using whatever units and having fun with them. I don't really care about, like, oh, 12 million attacks at 300k defense. Let's go. It's just more about having fun at this point. And this is one of those units.
I think, to be fair, like, we have to also acknowledge the fact that he does raise defense, so this is a fantastic option for players, who might want to be doing the LGE runs and, Infinite Dragon Ball history, right? Especially with the new Legendary Goku event coming out on JP, at least. We don't know about Global just yet, right? So, again, very good unit for at least a free-to-play player who needs this sort of a unit for whatever, difficult event they may be running. But, again, for the average player, good improvement, but nothing I would say on the level of, say, Giru or B-Pan, I feel. Those two got much better improvements than Trunks, in my opinion, personally, right? Let's go on to the final unit in here. Grandpa Gohan and Pan Gt. Now, this is... I said I don't use them that often because, again, before their Z Awakening, they didn't feel like they were anything special, and hence why I never ran them. But I will admit, this is a fantastic what-if card, in my opinion. I feel like Dokkan should do more what-if cards like this, where it's just like bringing in two random people together. Say, imagine a Goku and Caulifla combo card, or Vegeta and Kabe combo card, or something like that, right? I'd love for them to do that more, but that's a wish for the future. I hope Dokkan does that. But let's get into their Extreme Z Awakening immediately. They lead the Kamehameha category 77%, of course. They raise attack and defense now instead of just defense on their super attack, and now their passive is 100% attack when performing a super attack, and great chance of an additional 100% attack. 50% defense with each super attack performed up to 100%. Key +3 plus an additional attack and defense 50% when there is another Goku family category ally attacking in the same turn. And then they also recover HP with candy, just like, as I said, with every other Halloween based unit. Again, here it's more so just a matter of percentages increasing, right? There's not a big difference here, right, Iggy?
Yeah, I'm not really too excited for this unit. I feel like, I think Truth said it, like, if they just gave them like a Kamehameha support passive,
I agree.
it would have been like just instantly really good. Like, it would be forever on that team until they release another one, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just another one of those percentage increased units. It's not really too much to write home about. I'm sure to hit pretty high damages and stuff like that, especially for free unit.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it all comes down to, like, yeah, for a free unit, right? It's comparing it to other free units. The problem I have with Grandpa Gohan and Pan, even with their EZA, is that the other three Halloween units are so much better in their own right? Candy Vegito stacks and can dodge very well, right? Gotenks and Ghost, fantastic HP recovery unit and really good overall, like, unit to have on, like, a fusion team or something, because they can also stun, right? So, and then you have obviously Trunks, who can stack as well, right? And then these guys are just so basic, right? They don't do anything unique or special compared to the other three, which is a great shame, because I think this card would have been amazing if they gave it something unique. Maybe like if they guarded, or like you said, they were a Kamehameha support, right? I think that would have made them so much nicer, but alas, this is what we have and this is what we got. But yeah, any final thoughts on the 4 EZAs we've gotten so far? Maybe you want to rank them in terms of how well they were designed, Iggy?
B-Pan #1, because B-Pan can heal enough damage to make up for 3 hits on Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. She's able to stun. She's got her damage reduction. I did this one last time. Guru #2.
Yep.
I feel like it's pretty much in the same order we talked about them, because I feel like the Trunks would be #3 and then this one last.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you on that one. B-Pan has to be #1 just utility-wise. Obviously, damage reduction, overall fantastic, and especially with her active skill, universal, arguably, on the teams she's on, be it categories or type. And then you have Giru, who's fantastic, like I said, for Dragon Ball Seekers, great support. And when you pair him with a hybrid Saiyan, he's very, very good, it seems like. Considering he can get 140% attack and defense based on his passive alone. Not to mention he can dodge. So, like Truth says, if you dodge, you don't take damage, right? So big dubs there overall. And then Trunks, of course, he stacks defense, so realistically, and obviously performs critical hits. So he's placed a bit higher. And then, of course, Grandpa Gohan and Pan, which like we just said, kind of bland, doesn't do much, so it is what it is. But yeah, let us know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about these EZAs? What are you looking most forward to? Leave a like if you want to see more, and subscribe for more Dokkan content as well. Iggy and I will see you guys next time. Take it easy, everybody.
Bye.
I will.
Yeah. Gotta take it out like this, yeah.